Hi guys, it's Jen. I apologize now for my voice and any potential coughing fits that may occur. I'm quite sick, but I wanted to get up the rest of my project life like I said I would. Um, the last one that I showed was the one over here with the confetti pockets. So this is the rest of that week, and this is when I did my first ever craft fair. And it was called Twist, and it's in Northampton, Mass, and it is just, I went in November for the first time as a customer, as a visitor, and it was amazing. And I remember being there and being like, okay, my dream is that one day I can be in a show like this. That would be so amazing. And, maybe in a couple years that'll happen. Well, this page kind of tells the story of how that happened. So I'm going to take it out of the book so I can show it to you a little better. And this video may be a little long. I'm going to try and keep it short, but we'll see. So this is a screen print of the email that I got. And what I do for these is I just open the email on my iPod and I take a screenshot of it. And then I print that out, so it works really well. So it's a 4x6, and I printed on photo paper, which keeps it nice and clear. Anyway, so this, I just added one of the Heidi Swapp banner pieces, and I used, see, this is the only problem I have with filming in my dining room, that it's a little bit easier, but I don't have all my stuff with me, so I don't think I'll keep doing this, but we'll finish this out here. Anyway, one of my Mr. Huey's on there to get that color. And I added some Lily Bean, I keep saying that, my goodness, what's wrong with me? Lily B letters right there. And then this really is cut from the Snapshot DCWV paper stack. And this was just an email saying, oh, we have a sudden opening this weekend. This was sent on the Tuesday before the show. Let me know if you'd like to join. First of all, I was like, oh my God. And then second of all, I was like, oh my God, that's a lot of money. How am I going to come up with that? So through lots of back and forth emails and paying and this and that and everything, I decided, you know what? If I don't do it, I'm going to always wonder what happened. If I do it, worst comes to worst, I lose some money, but I gain a ton of experience. So I was so excited. While I was there, I found out that part of the reason Lexi, who runs the show, who's amazing, had told someone that she liked, that I was like just starting out and I had a really good attitude and stuff. And I have to say, first of all, it's easy to have a good attitude when something is amazing, but also I really like my feelings about where I am right now with my attempt at a crafting business is any opportunity is a good one. Any exposure can be good exposure. And the more people you meet, the more opportunities you have. And this is one of the journaling spots from that DCWV paper pack. And I just journaled on here about how incredible the show was. And I actually, the girl who was next to me at the show has a studio up in New Hampshire. And she is thinking about making a retail spot. And she said if she does, she really would like to sell my cards there. So that's what I mean. Like, I sold stuff at the show, which was like the highlight of my year so far, basically. People wanted to buy my stuff. And so that was really great. But the contacts that I made and the people I got to know and the things I learned about what I want to do and what I don't want to do were priceless. So this was just on Facebook where I said, hey, I'm doing this show. Everybody should come. And that was on the Thursday. The show started Friday. I had nothing made, so I was a little bit busy. That was a little crazy. Next time it would be much easier because I would prepare. This is a shot that I took on my iPod of the show, and up here there was a disco ball in the middle of the ballroom, and I just used these bling to kind of show the disco ball because we were told if the disco ball's spinning, it's showtime. There's people coming in, be ready. This is my vendor tag that I wore the whole weekend, and I was super proud of, like, a dorky little kid. This is more Heidi Swapp banners that I did with that same Mr. Huey, and I just have them popped out of there. Oh, and this red that's behind all of these also came, pardon me, from that TCWV stack. And this is my friend Emily, and she and I were planning to go to the show, and then I found out I was in it, and she was so kind. She not only brought me there because we're having some car trouble, but she also stayed with me that whole night and like helped out and was so supportive and awesome. So that's cool. And I used my Smash thing and wrote, this warrants a fist pump, which number one, it totally does because she's awesome. Number two, it's kind of hysterical because Emily is just not a fist pump kind of girl. So more about the show is on the back of that page. And this is just a picture of my display, and I was table number 123, and I used these stickers to spell out Summer Mondays, which is my official business name now. I used, this is a October Afternoon 5 and Dime piece, and I just cut out the store part and wrote, of course we shopped. I love these stickers. This was actually a locket that I bought there from the girl across the aisle from me. She was fabulous. Oh, so check out my nails. I don't know how well they're showing up on here. Oh, pretty good. We do a career fair for our juniors at the school I teach at, and one of my girls did cosmetology and she did nails, and she volunteered to do mine afterwards, so she did that. They have the newspaper print on them. She's awesome. This is my mom, who you've seen in this book. She not only came Saturday and spent all day with me helping. Friday, I'd forgotten my iPod and I wanted to use my Square, which is what you use to accept credit cards. And she drove it all the way there for me, which was like about an hour and a half. So she's awesome. She doesn't have this weird thing on the side of her head. She had just bought this headband and was trying it on, and I snapped her picture. This is another one of those journaling spots from that same snapshot stack, and it just says, so this is why today was the best day ever. And I just talked about like how great it was to be there, how I found like my people, and how it confirmed that this is what I want to do. We stopped, this is part of another one of those journaling spots on that same page in the book. I just talked about how Mom and I were hungry, so we stopped at Applebee's. I got a red apple sangria. I don't drink alcohol generally, but that's the one thing I will drink. And they always have this little sword with the fruit, so I took that in a napkin. And this, I used some October Afternoons mini markets and Dear Lizzie thickers, and then I used my Smash label maker, to write the names out of the people who helped me, because it says I did it with lots of help, and it just has all the names of the people who were really supportive. So that was that. The one other thing that I put in here from Twist was when we got to Twist, and this is just an 8.5 by 11 divider from We Are Memory Keepers. When we got to Twist, there was this great letter waiting for us, along with 2 Hershey Kisses, because who doesn't need a little chocolate? So it just told you everything you needed to know, and then we got one the next day when we were getting ready to leave that told you how to like pack up and get out and how great the show was, and it had clear directions, and it made the show so comfortable and so fabulous. It was such a good experience. If you haven't done a craft show, I think it's a great experience anyway. If you are thinking about doing a craft show, find one that really feels comfortable to you and really feels like a place you belong, because it made it even cooler. So this is the last week I have to show you. I still have I think 2 weeks to do to catch up. This ends on the 19th. And I said, oh, I'm going to keep it simple because I've been behind and I just did all those pages to catch up. And if you look, my book is getting pretty thick considering I just started in April. And so I said, well, I'll just do a 1-page spread for this week because I didn't really think that much happened and wasn't a big deal. Well, it turns out I can't do anything simple. Every single one of these, with the exception of the title lock, actually flips up the vellums on the outside and there's stuff underneath, so I will show them all to you. So the piece of vellum that I used in all 9 of these squares, which by the way is the We Are Memory Keepers 9 4x4 squares, is from the Dear Lizzie collection, and I just adore it. So I used some of these sparkly thickers to spell out Wicca, then I put a butterfly. I think that the Twist pages were the only ones so far where I didn't have a butterfly somewhere, and that's kind of okay because they're kind of like an inclusion, really. But I've still been trying to keep at least a butterfly kind of on every page to sort of have a consistent theme. So anyway, that's all in that pocket. Then over here, I used one of the Dear Lizzie stickers that says You're So Lovely, and I used this wood grain from maybe from Howdy Doody. It's My Mind's Eye, anyway. And it just says, Peanut went to the groomer for the first time. He came back a new dog. Such a handsome boy. Love him. And when you flip this up, it has this collage that I made on Instagram of him before with all his hair and after. And he's so cute. And I'll just pull this one out and show you how I did it. So, first of all, they're all backed with the same sheet of cream paper that I cut up. And what I did for each one is I designed the front piece of vellum, and I designed the square inside, and then I used a piece of this washi tape to connect them. So this part slides into the pocket, just like that, and then that flips over. So, oh, this is talking about how this is one of my new favorite pictures, how Peanut loves his Grammy, and how cute he is. So, oh, all of these that are the squares, this is one of the Studio Calico outlines, and I just used that to make some sense of consistency. This is some Dear Lizzy paper. That's the Hambly camera overlay. And this is my mother-in-law and Peanut, and how cute is he? I know. I'm like that annoying like dog person now, but it's okay. Down here I used a, I think it's a Jelly Bean Soup sticker, Keep Calm or Ask Mom, and I used some of the American Crafts glitter tape, and it just flips up, and there's no picture on this one, but there's just, I used one of my date stamps, and I wrote about Mother's Day, because even though we didn't really have any pictures, I wanted to like document that, obviously. This is made by Amy Tan from one of the Studio Calico kits, some more Dear Lizzy stickers. This is a lot of Dear Lizzy products on this page, and it flips up. And this is just an Instagram picture of us playing cribbage, and I talked about game night and how my mother-in-law and I always beat my husband and my father-in-law. Which goes along with this, which says, it's a Dear Lizzy stamp that says the story, and on this page I just wrote about how we had a lucky lily in the valley. This is a picture I took of my mother-in-law with a lily in the valley behind her ear. So fancy. And so I used some of that same tape in there. So I tried to kind of repeat things, but not keep it too matchy-matchy so it wasn't boring. On the bottom row is another Dear Lizzy sticker, and I just talked about how my sister-in-law has a new hobby. She's crocheting baby blankets to sell, and this is a picture I took of her actually working on them, and she makes gorgeous blankets. They're super awesome, and she's going to be selling them at Etsy, so when she does, I will list her site in one of my videos so you guys can all find it. And this was a Dear Lizzy sticker that just said full of surprises, because I didn't know that she could crochet before she made her blankets, and they're awesome. I love this Dear Lizzy sticker. It just says, you make me happy, and behind it I put some different glitter tape. Still from American Crafts though, that flips up. And this is our cat that you don't really see as much of as the other ones. And I talked about how the cutest thing this week was that he decided the dog bed was his, which is okay because Peanut never uses it. And in the last cube it just says my favorite moments, and I used my heart confetti stamp and punch, and I cut out some of the tape to make little hearts. And this is just a picture of Scott and Peanut laying in bed, and I just put the Lily Bee design stickers and the heart because they heart them. And so that was that. That was the whole week. So in some ways it was a little complicated, you know, that I made each one have a flap, so it's kind of like doing two for each one. But in another way, it's only one page, so it's kind of simple. And I'm hoping to work on it some more tonight. I do have other stuff I need to be working on. But that's my Project Life update, and I just have to take a minute and say how I love the comments that people leave on YouTube. I am not always great about getting back to people. I should get better at that. That'll be my goal for the summer, one of many. But I just like when people leave about like how they enjoyed seeing my Project Life, or how they got an idea for it, or, you know, like when you're watching a YouTube video and you hear somebody say, oh, I saw this on Jen with Sprinkles. It's like, oh my God, people are actually watching this. So just thank you guys for the encouragement, and know that I'm watching all of your amazing videos. And yeah, I feel like I gush at the end of every one of my Project Life videos, but I really, truly think that besides the awesome book that you end up with and sharing it with the people in your life, the like little extra community it's given to us as YouTubers that are participating in it or just watching it, has been an extra bonus. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.